All right, let's jump right into this really powerful idea from Tran's book, Utilization Mindset. I mean, the title kind of says it all, right? Success doesn't belong to people who feel like they're owed something. It belongs to the people who use the opportunities they have. It's this fundamental, game-changing shift in thinking, and that's exactly what we're going to break down here.
So let me ask you this. We all grow up hearing that if you work hard and you're a good person, you'll get what you deserve. But what if that idea, that whole concept of fairness, is actually the very thing holding you back? What if it's a trap?
And that leads us straight to what the book calls the deserving trap. It's this fascinating idea that when you focus on what you're owed, on what's fair, you end up creating this huge mental roadblock. It basically puts you in a holding pattern, just waiting for the world to finally give you your due.
Look at this comparison here. It all boils down to the question you're asking yourself. The deserving mindset is always asking, why haven't I gotten what I deserve? It's passive, it's looking outward. But the utilization mindset, it asks a completely different question. What can I do with what I have right now? See the difference? That's active. That one little shift in your internal dialogue moves you from a place of frustration to a place of actual progress.
And you know, this isn't just some motivational fluff. The book digs into the psychology of it, and the research shows that when you have a strong sense of entitlement, it can actually make you give up more easily. It cranks up your frustration when things don't go your way, and crucially, it makes you way less likely to adapt to the situation you're actually in.
So, if the deserving mindset is the trap, what's the alternative? What's the way out? Well, that's the core of the book, the utilization mindset. It's all about shifting your focus away from what you're owed and onto what's possible, right here, right now. So here's the official definition from the book, and I want you to notice that first part, the psychological discipline. That's so key. This isn't just a mood you're in one day. It's a practice. It's a muscle you build. It's about learning to squeeze every single drop of value out of your resources, your time, your relationships, whatever you've got in front of you, instead of waiting for some perfect opportunity to just fall out of the sky.
And this quote right here, this is really the engine of the entire philosophy. It's just so powerful because it pulls your focus away from your wish list for the universe and puts it squarely on your action plan for today. It's about what you will do.
Okay, so having a mindset is great, but how do you actually build it? How do you make it real? Well, the book breaks it all down into 3 core actionable pillars. Let's take a look at them. So the 3 pillars are taking ownership, seeing opportunity, and executing consistently. And they're not random. They build on each other perfectly. I mean, first, you have to truly believe you're in the driver's seat. Then, you have to train yourself to spot the open roads. And finally, you just have to drive day in and day out. Let's talk about pillar number 1, take ownership. This is all about what psychologists call an internal locus of control. It's a fancy term for a simple, deep-seated belief that your actions actually shape your life. So when things go sideways, the question isn't, who can I blame? The question becomes, okay, what can I do differently next time? Then we have pillar 2, see opportunity. And this is huge, because seeing opportunities, it's a skill. It's something you can train your brain to do. It's about looking at a problem and seeing a chance to create something new. It's looking at a boring task and seeing a chance to get better. This mindset literally trains you to find potential where everyone else just sees another Tuesday.
And finally, pillar 3, and this is where the magic really happens. Execute consistently. The book makes a brilliant point that we tend to overvalue raw talent. The real winner in the long run is the person who just shows up and does the work, day after day. Those small, consistent actions, they compound. They build on each other until they create these massive, life-changing results.
So the big question is, how do you make this a real, everyday habit, and not just a cool idea you heard once? The book gives us this incredibly simple but powerful daily loop to basically hardwire this mindset into your behavior.
And here it is. It's like a flywheel. Observe, act, reflect, repeat. So simple. At the end of the day, just think, what was one opportunity I saw today? The next morning, take one tiny action on it, just a small step. Then, that night, ask yourself, what did I learn from that? And then, you just do it again. This isn't about making giant leaps. It's about starting this non-stop cycle of small, constant forward motion.
All right, let's pull all of this together for the final takeaway. Because what we're talking about here isn't just a productivity hack. When you really practice this consistently, it becomes a complete philosophy for how you approach your life.
When you get right down to it, you have a choice every single day. Are you going to be waiting, or are you going to be building? The waiting game is all about focusing on what you don't have. It leads to frustration, to stagnation. But building starts with what you do have, right in front of you. It creates its own momentum through action, and that leads directly to progress and real, tangible skills.
So, we're going to end right where the book begins by turning that incredibly powerful question back to you. Forget about what you think you deserve or what you feel you're lacking. The only question that really matters is this one. What will you build with what you already have?